Hello everyone, welcome back to the Chronicle, where I talk about my daily life, weekly goals, and the overarching plot of my life. Um, Today I woke up, and actually the thing is, I woke up in the middle of the night. Not entirely sure when, but I know why. Believe it or not, it was not to the cats. It was to the storm. It stormed really bad last night, and I heard the one of the loudest noise I have ever heard. One of the loudest noises I have ever heard in my entire life, and that's what woke me up. I'm only 90% sure that it was a sound that happened in the real world and not in my head. But I think it was a lightning strike. I think it was either a lightning strike that was really, really nearby or a gunshot that was really, really close by. Either way, incredibly loud sort of boom or bang that woke me up like right out of sleep. Um, and then I was like, it scared me. Like it was so loud, it scared me for like a little bit. I couldn't go to sleep for like just a little bit, maybe like 5, 10 minutes. But yeah, so that woke me up. That was weird. And then I woke up for work, and I felt kind of mostly okay. I went to work. Work was fine. Our team, not our team lead. Oh yeah, no, our lead. Yeah, our lead got Costco. So instead of lunch this week or this month, we got a bunch of snacks and a bunch of, I mean, a whole bunch of stuff for the break room. We got energy drinks. We got soda. We got snacks. We got lunch meat. We got frozen stuff. I mean, we got so much. Like it's crazy. I don't know how much of it I'll actually be eating because I have this weird thing where it's like, why would I take from the community supply when I have my own supply and I could afford to buy my own supply? Because I noticed they bought snacks. They bought like prepackaged little, snacks, whether it be like Cheetos or chips or crackers. And I always eat a little prepackaged, snack like chips with my well, while I'm at work essentially during the break as my snack before lunch. So I'm like, I could be having one of those every day and save my own money, but it's like I don't know. I don't know whether to take from that community supply or not on the regular, because like it is for everyone, and I know I guess I'm a part of everyone, and I'm part of the team, and it was for the team, but it's still I feel a little weird taking it. Also, they got energy drinks, like so many energy drinks, it's like crazy. I don't drink much. I don't drink much energy drinks. I still have this Rockstar. I took I think 2 or 3 sips of it today after I got back from work. Um, huh. I was just looking at this fine print on the can. At least 75 milligrams of caffeine has been shown to help improve mental performance measures of attention and alertness. Cool. Anyway, yeah, so we got energy drinks. I don't know, I definitely won't be having many of those on the regular. I could have them daily instead of my coffee, just if I feel like it, but I have found that I don't need a whole lot of caffeine. I don't think I need caffeine in general. I just kind of like having it. Like, I don't know if I talked about it last week and where I drank this Rockstar slowly. I think I did talk about it. When my stomach was like, "Oh, I want it because it makes me hungry." My brain was like, "Bro, you know what I'm saying?" My brain was going really fast, so it was like slow down on the caffeine. Um, anyway, yeah, I know I talked about that last week. So today, went to work, came back. I actually stopped by Price Chopper on the way home, and I got a rotisserie chicken. It was for some reason it was smaller than I thought it would be. Not that that's a problem. I still got plenty of chicken out of it. But I did get a rotisserie chicken, and then I made shredded chicken, and then I made chicken Caesar salad. It was delicious. A whole lot of prep, and a whole lot of prep that I had to do in a small space because ink had dishes and clutter all over the kitchen counter. So I did all of the prep on the stove, which was mostly clean, except for a couple pots that I keep. They are clean. I keep them there on the stove because that's where I use them. They're there all the time. It's convenient. But yeah, so I had to do all my prep on the stove. Not that I was like, like the stove wasn't on. I was just doing my prep on it. So I shredded the chicken, and then I cut up the lettuce, and I got a plastic gallon bag. Throw the lettuce in there. Throw the chickens in there. Throw the croutons in there. Throw the Parmesan cheese in there, and then the ranch. And then you shake it all up, and then I poured it out onto a plate, and I ate it up. It was very good. The thing is, it doesn't keep great, not great as leftovers because the croutons get soggy, and the water kind of leaves the lettuce and the chicken gets greasy. But I'm sure if I just mix it all up really good, it should be fine. Um, I'll just kind of shake the bag again. I do have leftover lettuce. Pretty much, I've got one leftover serving of the chicken Caesar salad, and leftover ingredients to make more. So that's good. And the ingredients will keep better separately than when they're combined. But yeah, so that was cool. That was good. I didn't think it would turn out so well. It was a little annoying to do all that prep just for one meal and all the dishes that came afterward. Um, but otherwise it was good. Speaking of dishes, I do need to text Ink. Need to tell her to clean up after herself. She is. I think she's here. Yeah, I think she's here. Okay. Can you clean Maxwell Kitchen. Boop. Actually, I haven't double checked to see if she did. Okay, I'll wait. But yeah, so I had chicken Caesar salad, and then I took a shower, and then I recorded an episode of Raven's Watch. Super bummer on Raven's Watch. The game updated, and then it scrapped my run that I had saved, so that's really annoying, so I have to restart that. But it's still fun, because I got to play the fun character. And then I also did a little bit of Minecraft. My coworkers, I've been trying to get them to fight the Wither, one of the 2 bosses in Minecraft. And just no one's schedule was working out. No one was suggesting that we fight the Wither. I was just like, hey, can we fight the Wither? And they were like, yeah, sure, how about this time? Then it never happened. I'm like, okay. What I did was I did a little bit of a perfect crime. The thing about the Wither is that he shoots exploding skulls at you and he flies. He also has he has this crazy charge move where he'll just tear up the terrain. He's got this move where he dives down into the earth and then makes this huge crater and he starts shooting off the exploding skulls in there, right? So the Wither will just make a mess of your world. And obviously you can't fight him without that happening. So what I did was I fought the Wither. He made a mess of the world. I went into a big open field. And then what I did is I just took stacks and stacks of dirt and I filled up all the holes he made. So the landscape looks different because I terraformed it a little bit via exploding everything with the Wither and then covering it over with dirt and also, shaving some off the sides, taking some dirt here, moving it there, right? So the landscape looks different, but it doesn't look like I fought the Wither, which is good. The big crater that he made, I kind of just covered over and then made it look natural. Yeah, so I did kill the Wither and I did cover it up. So I wonder how long it's going to take before they figure it out. Probably not much. I think the Minecraft phase is about over for my coworkers. That's honestly not a huge bummer. I had a lot of fun. I built the Farmtress. I did adventuring with my coworker. We did archaeology. We did underwater archaeology. We found buried treasure. We fought off village raids. We went into the Nether. We got a happy ghast. We did a lot of stuff in that world, so it was a lot of fun. So if we happen to forget about it forever, I won't be upset. Anyway, I think that's about everything today. I still cannot decide when bedtime is. It should be 11. It should be 11 so that I'm asleep by 11:30, so that I wake up at 7:30, and that's exactly 8 hours. The problem is that if I go to bed on time, it just doesn't work sometimes. I was at last night, I couldn't sleep, I put on an ASMR video, it wasn't working, and then it was working, and then I fell asleep, and I was like, okay, that's cool, I guess. But yeah, so, I guess I've had enough food today. I only had like the one chicken Caesar salad. But yeah, also I'm really thirsty. I think that's 1, the account of it being hot, and 2, with creatine, so I'll always drink a bunch of water. I also need to practice electric guitar. I'm really slacking on that. I can't even remember last time I practiced. It is 10:30. My day's not over. So I do have like half an hour, at least, at most an hour, to do that. But yeah, what is that paper? Oh shoot, I have a doctor's appointment tomorrow for my stomach thingy. Oopsies. Okay, I gotta fill out some paperwork for that, I think. Anyway, see you all tomorrow, Tuesday. Hello everyone, and welcome to Tuesday. My hair, I went with the right part. It's on the right side of my head. I went for the off-center right part, and what I mean by that is it's off the center of my head. It's not quite all the way to the right, it's just off the center. Also, it's got product in right now, and I feel like you can tell, because it's kind of got that almost like wet or slick or like solid look. And like what I've noticed is many times in the past, I guess even in the present too, after I get out of the shower and I still got like product in my hair and it looks slick, people will be like, oh man, your hair looks good, Asher. And I'm like, okay, thank you. But also, I don't like how that looks. I think I've said that before. I don't like the way, like, I don't like that it looks like it has product in it. You know what I'm saying? I know I've talked about that before. But yeah, so I went with the right part just because I was like, why not? I keep going with like the middle part usually, or just like I'll not part it and then just see what it does. So I was like, we'll go with the middle part this time. We'll see how it goes. It looks kind of okay right now. Like I said, it does have a lot of product in it. I'll comb it out, and we'll see how it looks tomorrow. Anyway, today I woke up and I did, believe it or not, I got a whole 8 hours of sleep. I'm pretty sure. I remember it was 11 o'clock and I was going to sleep. And then I remember the last thing I did before going to sleep was I took out my earbuds, because I was listening to an ASMR video. Took out my earbuds, turned them off, and then boom, I was out. And then I woke up at 7:30, and it was hard to move. I hit snooze twice, like instinctively. I was barely conscious for that. Kind of just went like, and pushed the button. Because like my alarm clock's like right there, right? And then I sleep behind there. So I just kind of like, and then I hit the button. Also, my nose is stuffy for some reason. I don't know why. Um, but yeah, so waking up was hard, even though I got 8 hours of sleep. Not entirely sure how that works because I thought 8 hours of sleep was supposed to be good. So now I'm purposely staying up half an hour only, half an hour later than yesterday, and then I'm gonna try going to sleep. And so that will be 7.5 hours of sleep, and we'll see how that goes. What I'm wondering is maybe I was just in a deeper sleep because I had been asleep for longer. But then again, it's like that's cool and all, but waking up, I don't want waking up to be difficult. You know what I'm saying? Like it was this morning. So let's just shave half an hour off that, and we'll see how it goes. I've also thought about getting real crazy and just totally restructuring my sleep schedule. Like I've said before, I cannot wake up earlier than I think like 7:30 or 7 is what I decided on, and then like I can't go to bed early. I was like, well, we could go real crazy and like for a week, wake up at 6 in the morning, take melatonin to go to sleep. You know what I'm saying? Totally restructure my daily life and sleep schedule. I don't know if I'll try that, but for now I'm just trying. Because I don't know, was it in recent nights I have actually been sleeping fairly. I've been like falling asleep fairly consistently. Don't know why. Could be the ASMR videos. I don't know. I know they help, and then sometimes they don't, so it's a little confusing. But for the past few nights, I would just pop one of those on, and then I'd fall asleep and it'd work great. Um, so I think I'll do that tonight. I'll just finish recording this, and then I will go to bed. But before bed, what did I do today? I just went to work, came back. I took the cat on a walk, kind of. I put her in the harness. I put her on the leash. I took her outside, and then she was very kind of like hesitant, but I knew she would like be curious because cats are usually curious, but they're also cautious. So we kind of just like slowly went like in, like because the apartment complex is a building, right? And you go inside, and then there's multiple doors which lead into the actual apartments. So we were in that sort of little in between building for a little bit. Then we walked outside. Then we went under the porch. We hung out around there for a bit, and then I took her back in, and it was cool. Then I took a shower. I played some Helldivers. I recorded some Absalom. Very fun game. I wish I could play more. I know I can, but it's so good. Yeah, I did play a little bit Helldivers, a little bit Absalom. I just a guitar behind me. See that? I did guitar catch up today, and I'm at the 99% right now. Okay, I was at the 90%. Now I'm at the 99%. I've played the entire song that I need to learn, that I need to have memorized. I played the whole thing all the way through. Okay, twice. Without like the video that I have on my phone. So that means that we are very close. I'm looking at the back of my hair there. That means that we are very close. I'm thinking end of this week we'll have that done, and then we can move on to other stuff, and it'll be awesome. Was it also Ink brought a date over, her date over. I kind of wish she would tell me when she would do that, and I'm gonna tell her. Don't worry, I'll tell her. But it's just like I don't want to say I'm autistic and I have social anxiety, but it really feels like that sometimes. So whenever a stranger shows up in my house, I'm just gonna hide in my room the whole time. So I kind of just like starved myself. I was gonna go get food, but they were in the kitchen. I was like, oh fuck. Fortunately, she made soup and she shared some with me, and the soup was actually quite good. So I did still have dinner, which is good. I just kind of hid in my room the whole time. I think I kind of just scrolled the whole time, other than catching up on my guitar. And that's about everything. I've still got this Rockstar on my desk. I'm just taking very small sips of it on occasion. Um, yeah, I think that's probably how I'll get rid of it. Um, yeah, that was kind of everything today. Absalom was fun. I could talk about that, but I'm at the 5 minute mark, and these are only supposed to be four. So I guess that's enough for today, and I'll see you all tomorrow, Wednesday. Bye. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Wednesday. Guys, I'm gonna be honest. I did not get many guitar practices in. I did get a few piano practices, which is good, but I did not get a lot of guitar practices and lessons or tomorrow, so I might be a little bit cooked in that department. I could just stay up late, a little bit late, but I'm so tired. It's 12:19 a.m., guys. So today started off like any average day. I woke up, which was really hard because I fell asleep at like way later than I should have. Because instead of finishing yesterday's entry and then just going to sleep, I doom scrolled for too long. Oopsies. Anyway, so I'm not gonna sleep much today either, but that's okay because there's a bunch of free energy drinks in the break room fridge, so I will probably be sipping on one of those all day, and I think everything's gonna be okay. In terms of today, well, I went to work. Work was fine. Nothing out of the ordinary there. Just double checking my memory for it. Yeah. And then after that, I came home and I made chicken Caesar salad again. Still very good. and I still have another serving of it. And then I was tired because I didn't sleep a lot. So I went to take a nap for 20 minutes. And then I took a nap for 20 minutes, and I was like, man, I'm still tired. Let me try 10 more minutes. Try 10 more minutes. Oh, no. I was going to try 10 more minutes. And then I saw I missed a call from Parkour. And I was like, hey, what's up? And so yesterday, I was like, I texted Parkour, I texted Rowdy. I was like, do you guys want to play outside? And Rowdy was like, well, yeah, but I think I was maybe going to see a movie with a friend tomorrow. And I was like, okay. So then I said, hey, any update on whether you're going to see the movie with a friend? He said he's not responding to me. Um, I'll let you know. And I was like, okay. And I was at work. So I came home from work. I ate. I took a nap. I woke up. Parkour called me. I'm like, okay, that's weird. I called Parkour back. He's like, yeah, so we're at Katana's house. Katana, if you haven't remembered, is Pouty's boyfriend. He's like, hey, we're at Katana's house. We're hang out there before we go to the movie. I was like, okay, that's cool. I was not invited to that. He was like, oh, well, you should call Rowdy and ask. And I was like, no, that's okay. Because, like, I know that, of course, I'm probably welcome there, but I wasn't invited. And I know that if I said, hey, can I come over? They would definitely say, yeah. But then I would feel like I'm inviting myself, and I don't like inviting myself. Of course, I wouldn't feel bad if I wasn't there, because I know that I could have been there if I would have just asked to be there. Um, but I was like, yeah, no, I think I'm good. I'm just gonna see them at the movie later anyway. And then I'm still on the phone with Parkour, and then Rowdy calls me, and I'm like, oh look, Rowdy's calling. He's like, oh, okay, cool. So then I pick up on Rowdy. He's like, hey man, we're gonna hang out at Katana's, and then we're gonna go to the movie. I was like, okay, cool. I'll shower, then I'll head over. So that's what I did. I showered. I went over to Katana's. It was cool. They got a new kitten recently, so that's cool. And then we just literally just hung out in the basement. A couple people were playing ping pong. And then it was time for the movie. We saw a horror movie called Obsession. It was pretty scary, I'll admit. I did that. I did this. I was hitting this movie in the theaters several times, maybe like four at most. Yeah, it was pretty scary. I'm not, as you guys know, I am not a big fan of horror movies. I don't like horror movies. But I was like, it's with friends. Sure, it's fine. And I wasn't like totally terrified, but yeah, I was scared. I was doing this. I was hiding. Um, but yeah, so I just got back from that, and that's kind of how my whole day got turned up upside down, and I didn't practice my instruments, and now I'm so tired. I am so tired. I'm trying to think of time I can, if I can like, if I can, um, if I can like get a guitar practice in tomorrow. Probably not. I know we've got a bunch of snacks in the break room fridge, so I could eat those snacks after lessons, and then I could practice. Yeah. 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 I guess I could bring my electric guitar in to work, and then after I work, I can bring it in to the break room and practice, and then go to lessons, and that would work. Or I could just practice now, but I don't want to practice now because I'm so tired. Anyway. Also, I thought that my doctor's appointment was this Tuesday. It's actually next Tuesday. So sorry about that. I totally remembered that I said that, and then it was false because I got my dates mixed up. Yeah, I believe that's everything, and I'm at 5 minutes now. Why did my desktop audio just go off? Do I have an episode of gaming to upload? I think I uploaded that already. Yeah, I think I did. Anyway, I'll see you all tomorrow, Thursday. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Thursday. Pretty standard day. I was pretty tired when I woke up this morning. It was pretty difficult, I will admit. I did not hit the snooze button, technically. I woke up, I hit the snooze button just to silence the alarm, and then I turned the alarm off. This was a very risky move, because if I fell asleep, I would have probably missed like up to half an hour, maybe a whole hour of work. But I managed to fight through it, and I did get up. I did not make it to work on time, but I did get out of bed without falling back asleep. Also, I need to trim my beard. I'm not going to shave it, I'm just going to trim it. You know how I usually do. But yeah, it's looking kind of long and ratty. Anyway, yeah, so I got out of bed, fine, made it to work late, that's fine. Um, at least I wasn't as late as my roommate. She was super late. You know why? Because she said she was tired. I don't know why. Sometimes she calls in late because she's tired. I'm like, bro, this is a full time job, and you're calling in late because you're tired? Like, what are you doing, bro? You're a grown adult. Anyway, work was good. Nothing of note, I think. Except my coworkers and hopefully me as well, are going to see the Backrooms movie this Sunday. We wanted to do the pontoon this Sunday for one coworker's birthday, but it's probably gonna rain like for the next week, which is kind of crazy. But hopefully next weekend it'll be nice and sunny, and then we can go out and hit the pontoon. Um, yeah. We did talk about that at work. And after work, I had some snacks. I had some of the break room snacks and like kind of like meal, like kind of like fab food. Um, the fab food, what I mean by that is it's just like, like frozen stuff or like snacks, like little bags of chips or like, burritos, or like grilled cheeses or like little, pizzas that you could just like pop in the microwave. Or we have a convection oven with an air fryer setting, and we have a toaster, a Keurig machine. We've got toaster Keurig machine, a little smoothie thing, like a magic bullet, where you put it on it, and then it'll like make a smoothie. Keurig machine, yeah, I think that's all the nice gadgets we've gotten there. Was it convection and air fryer, two in one, toaster, two microwaves, Keurig machine, and then I think that's everything. Yeah, so I had a couple burritos for lunch because I'm not sure why. One thing that seems to always not sit easy in my stomach is yogurt. Not sure why. No other products consistently upset my stomach. But then again, it's not even upset. It just makes my stomach like uncomfortable. It makes it feel weird. No pain, no nausea. It just makes my stomach feel weird. Um, yeah, so I wasn't really hungry for yogurt, but I did bring it for lunch. But I was like, man, I'll just try these little, frozen burritos. And they were kind of good. I didn't know that I was using the low watt microwave, like the low power microwave. And I was like, hey, are these microwaves like, is there a setting? And he's like, no, they should all be set to high. But then I was like, what's the difference between this one and that one? And then some guy was like, oh, this one has lower wattage. And I was like, why didn't anyone tell me that earlier? Because I put my little burritos in the low watt microwave, and they were not cooked evenly, and they were cold in some spots. But anyway, it was okay. Yeah, so all that to say, I had some snacks and some fab food. By fab, I mean like fabricated, prepackaged stuff. I had some fab food after work, before lessons, because I was like, I've got to eat something before lessons. And then that kind of made my stomach upset, kind of. But really, I was sipping on an energy drink. It was an Alani. Um, After lunch because I was like, I'm kind of tired, so I was sipping on it. And my brain, like my head and my stomach felt good until I got about halfway through it, and then I think my stomach started getting empty, and then the energy drink was kind of upsetting my tummy after that. And then after that, after I had the energy drink, that upset my tummy a little bit. Then I had the Fab Food, with like like a 10 ounce little Fanta Mini soda. And then my stomach was kind of like, not nauseous, no pain, just kind of like uncomfortable. I'm like, good, this feels kind of bad. But like I said, no nausea and no pain. It's just like discomfort. Um, and then I went to lessons. Lessons were fine. I was not totally cooked on guitar today, because we just did review. So that's cool. We didn't get to the part that I didn't practice, so that's good. And then in piano lessons, I arrived like, I think I missed like half the lesson because I don't know why traffic was like terrible today. Like was I usually get on the highway at this one exit, but there was a train coming, so I was like, okay, I'll go to the next exit or the next entrance to the highway. I mean, and it was just super super backed up. I didn't even see an accident. I was like, I don't know why it's so backed up. There's no accident. But it just, yeah, I missed like half my piano lesson because it's just traffic. I was like, that's crazy. And then I came back and I kind of just had a shower, and like I said, I know how the food upset my stomach after work before piano lessons. That is true, but at the same time, I got home and I wasn't hungry, and I'm still not hungry. I finished a couple of snacks that I brought back from work, and I've got my peace tea here, but I wasn't really hungry. Because like I thought about finishing my chicken Caesar salad or making a smoothie. I just wasn't hungry for it. So yeah, I do have that doctor's appointment next Tuesday. Highly looking forward to that. The thing is, though, I'm a little bit bummed preemptively because I'm like, it could take like a whole nother week to get another appointment after that because that's just a consultation. Um, but yeah, I think that's about everything today. Uh, Oh yeah, it's also currently 10:38. I do still have time left in my day, but I think I'm gonna try and go to bed early, to uh, to try and like get some extra sleep, catch up on sleep. So I'll see if I can go to bed early. I did my dailies already. I just got a piano practice in, so I'll probably finish my tea. I think I'll brush my teeth, journal entry a bit, and then go to bed and hopefully have a great sleep. Anyway, because I was thinking, even after getting 8 hours of sleep, it was still hard to get out of bed. But I was like, what if I got even more than 8 hours of sleep? Because I know that as a kid, as like a teenager, I would get 9 hours of sleep, pretty much 9 hours of sleep on the dot, and I would wake up feeling like amazing. Like I remember one that happened before Bible study one time. I know I stayed up late, but like with the way it worked out, the way I set my alarm to wake up for Bible study, I ended up sleeping for exactly 9 hours, and that was just like perfect. It was the perfect amount of sleep. Now the thing is that that's more than 8 hours, so it's gonna be hard to, as you guys know, it's hard for me to fall asleep. So it might be hard to actually, get that 9 hours because that means I need to go to sleep earlier, which I'm not very good at. Like I'm not good at going to sleep, and I'm not going good at going to sleep earlier than usual. But we're gonna try it. I did mean to try going to bed half an hour later, and then it turned into like an hour later, and then the day after that, which was yesterday, it ended up being like an hour and a half or 2 hours later because I stayed up last night when I went to the movies with friends. Um, but yeah, also my hair, I've got the right part in. It's kind of looking okay. Really, honestly, not as bad as I thought it would be. Um, but yeah. Anyway, I believe that's everything for today, and now I will see you all tomorrow, Friday. Hello everyone, I've got my retainers in, and welcome back to Friday. So, my day was pretty cool. I went to work as usual, work was fine. I did sleep pretty good. I was not very tired when I woke up, but the bed just felt so nice. It felt so comfortable. It was hard to get out of bed, not because it was hard to move, but because the bed felt so good. Anyway, so I made it to work late, to say the least. Work was good, nothing out of the ordinary, I think. Um, mm-hmm. Everything's good there. And then after work, I came home and I showered and I ate, and then I went to a party. It was Rowdy and Pouty. They have a friend, actually a couple friends, who are siblings also, and they live out in Florida, but they come and visit Kansas every now and then, to visit friends. And one of them was leaving today. One of them left last week, but the other one left tomorrow. He leaves tomorrow. So we had a little party today. That was fun. I only ended up having one drink for the whole night because I knew I didn't want to stay the night. So I only had one Mike's Harder, I should say. And those things are pretty strong, so honestly, that was pretty okay. That was it. No cigarettes, just one drink, and it was good. Just a nice chill party. Way better than the party that was last week. Mm, the one that was like a little bit disastrous. Um, yeah, it was nice. It was a nice, small, fun kind of party. Um, I did bring my alcohol stash. I'm pretty sure we went through all of it, which is the point. That's why I brought it. It was just like miscellaneous stuff. It had like one hard root beer, one hard monster, three berry noirs left over, and then like all the rest of the Mike's Harder. I'm pretty sure they all got drank. If not, most of them got drank. And like I said, I brought them to be drank. So I kind of, if there was any extra, I left them there. And now I can buy something else. Hopefully, the second variety pack of the minus 196s. Yeah. And now I'm back here. It's 1:26 a.m. Um, Time for sleep, I guess. I'm hopefully gonna do laundry tomorrow, and yeah, hopefully it'll be a good weekend. I do have plans tomorrow, which is good. Um, but yeah, that's everything for today. I'll see you all tomorrow, Saturday. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Saturday. So today was actually pretty good, if I'm being honest. I woke up late because I went to bed late, but that's fine. What's actually very good is that I woke up feeling good. Like I woke up almost like ready to go. Like usually I wake up and I'm still tired or I still feel like sleeping more, but I didn't today, which is good. Like I said, I did wake up late at like 11 a.m., so probably about 10 hours of sleep. Um, but I was good to go, so that was nice. I didn't do a whole lot. I just had a couple snacks. I had like a protein bar and a cookie, and then I got my laundry and I went to Dad's to do laundry. And I ended up being there for like, sorry, I ended up being there for like longer than I should. Maybe like 3 hours, which is fine. I wasn't really in a hurry and I didn't really have much plans today. So I did laundry. That was good. I watched the new Spider Noir series that is on not Netflix, Prime Video. It was pretty good actually. I liked it. Not like super entertaining, but it was good. I watched a few episodes of that, and I practiced piano. Um, and then I came home and I tried eating something. I know I had a Coke. Yeah, I had a can of Coke and I had some pretzels, but I wasn't really hungry and my stomach had kind of been weird all day. Um, Also, I did have some food at Dad's. I had like these, just like some frozen food that they had on hand, and a Gatorade. Um, yeah, so my stomach was kind of weird. I tried eating, didn't work. Like I said, I had pretzels and a Coke, and then I put away my laundry, and then I went to Mom's. She said she had a gift for me, and I went to see her new place because she moved. And matter of fact, let me go get it. Let me get the gift. I'll be right back. Okay, I know I could have just cut that out, but I feel like it really didn't take that long. Okay, I got a hanging plant. I think it was just she described it as like an air plant, because it's mostly kind of like I don't know in air or just floating. I don't know. Anyway, so the way you water it is you just if you mist it, and I do have a mister, a little which my mom also got for me. I don't know if I showed it on the Chronicle before. Eh. It looks like this. And then you push down this thing and it sprays like it's just water. At first I thought it was like a thing for cologne because I was like it looked like one of those really old timey things that like cologne perfume would be put in. But it's a mister. It's got a it sprays water. So I've got this little plant here. It's in this nice. I think that's glass. Kind of sounds like glass, but I think it might be plastic. But it's got this nice little case here. It's got the plant in there. It's got that. There's a little bird in there too, fake bird, of course. And this is it's a hanging plant, which is very cool. I've always wanted a hanging plant. I just don't have. I don't think I have anywhere to hang it. I could hang it outside. I don't think I could hang it on my window anywhere. I could hang it on my headphone hook, but then I wouldn't have anywhere to put my headphones. So I'll figure out where to put it. But what you do is the instructions say to mist air plant with water once a week. It's that simple. Yeah, it's kind of cool. It's like there's no dirt in there, but the plant does have roots. So I guess it's one of those plants that just needs very little water. So yeah, I really like it. I like the yellow. It kind of looks like a cactus. It's spiky and green. It's got those beautiful little yellow flowers on there. So that's cool. I also just noticed it's got a asymmetrical design, which I kind of really like, low key. You see, it's like a house, but the triangle part is not actually perfectly centered. That's pretty cool. Yeah, so I went to Mom's house, visited Mom, had a sparkling water, pretty good. And then I was gonna go on a bike ride with Noir, and then she texted saying, "Hey, I don't really want to go on a bike ride anymore, but I still want to hang out. So can we go on a walk instead?" And I was like, "Yeah." So we met up at Surfer Girl's house because that's where I keep my bike. Um, but of course, we didn't go on a bike ride. We went on a walk. We went on the essentially the easy biking trails. We just walked those, and it was a lot of fun. We got to catch up, a lot of fun. And then after that, I went straight to Parkour's house because me and him and Bones had movie night. We watched Fantastic Mr. Fox, ordered pizza, and had soda. It was very good, very fun. And now I'm here. Whew. All right, and that was 4 minutes 57 seconds. That's about everything. Um, I'm like I'm kind of thinking about staying up late and like, doing like electric guitar. That would be pretty productive. Oh shoot. Because I'm so close to catching up. Um yeah. Oh man, I really should. But at the same time, I'm a little bit tired. But at the same time, I slept for 10 hours. But at the same time, I want to get up early tomorrow and have a whole day tomorrow. I think that would be really cool too. Um, that's probably what I'll do. Get that out of here. That's my bracelet. Yeah. So I think I think that's about everything I did today. Um, so we'll see you all for the final report tomorrow, Sunday. Is this the right microphone? I didn't even check. Okay. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Saturday. It is 10:23. 10:24. I'm a little tired. I've been a little tired all day. I slept for I think I ended up falling asleep at about 12 and then I woke up at 10, which is not the worst. It's just kind of annoying that I slept for 10 hours again, but again, I think that's okay. Um I woke up at 5 in the morning because I was incredibly thirsty. I'm pretty sure this was because I had creatine right before bed. And I was like, nah, I don't need to drink water right before bed because I had creatine. That's probably fine, right? Woke up at 5 in the morning, dying of thirst. I just got some water and then I was okay and I went back to bed. And I woke up at 10. I had bacon, egg, and cheese burritos, kind of, for breakfast. I had the bacon again. Bacon was good. For some reason, I swear the instructions on it changed. It said broil the bacon 3 to 3.5 inches away from the heat source. And I'm like, that's weird. I could have sworn it just said bake it last time. So I just Googled it real quick and I was like, yeah, bake it for 20 to 25 minutes at 400 degrees for thick cut bacon. And then I think it was 10 to 15 minutes or 15 to 20 minutes for regular cut bacon. I was like, okay, I have thick cut bacon. I will do 20 minutes, or I put it in for 18 because I think it was between 15 and 20 for thick cut. And then I put it in for 18 and it was a little bit burnt. And I was like, gosh darn it, I don't like burnt bacon. Bacon's good, I just don't like it burnt. So I had like bacon, egg, and cheese, and I say kind of burritos because I was gonna go for because like whenever I pack the burritos, it's just they don't look nice, they don't look pretty, and I want them to look pretty because that's the whole point of burritos. So I made one and it was good, and then I had a second and I couldn't quite finish it, but there was like barely anything left, so I just ended up throwing it away. And then I did some gaming videos. I wish you're up on the channel by now. I'm so yawny. I did RoboQuest, Revita, and Dredge today. Dredge is so freaking fun. Yeah, it is so fun. I'm close to beating it, I think. I'm 12 hours in, and I'm already at the end game. And I saw that my brother has 20 hours in the game, and he's beaten it, I think. So I don't know how much more gameplay I've got. I'm probably going to play it. I don't know if I'll 100% it, looking at the achievements. Catch 150 fish and trawl nets. Visit every dock in the game. Oh, interesting. Deliver the missing shipment to the rig. Complete all side quests one way or another. Finish the main quest in the Pale Reach. Equip the siphon trawler? What the heck? Master Angler, catch all known species of fish. Wow. Yeah, so there's a lot I could do in there. But yeah, today was pretty normal Sunday. I kind of wish I had one more day off. Because I was like, man, I don't want it to be Monday tomorrow. But yeah, so let me rattle off the whole thing. Woke up, and then I had food. I had the bacon, egg, and cheese burritos, and then I played some games. Then I went to the gym. Gym was good. I came back. I showered. I think I had a slice of pizza before going grocery shopping. And then, yeah, I tried trying meal planning this week. Check out my whiteboard. Don't bother trying to read my handwriting. It's terrible. Also, it says attrition at the bottom because I was like, how many times can I eat the same things over and over again before they become gross? So for kind of breakfast, I just have snacks. This is Monday through Friday. I have snacks. Well, I have breakfast, which is just snacks, and that's before lunch. I do that Monday through Friday, and then I've got planned yogurt for Monday. These are work lunches. I've got yogurt, a sandwich, cottage cheese and chips, a sandwich, cottage cheese and chips, and then that's all the lunches for the work week. And then lunch scheduled for Saturday and Sunday is eggs and ramen and a PB&J. So eggs and ramen Saturday, PB&J Sunday. And then for breakfast on Saturday and Sunday, I've got a breakfast sandwich for both those. Dinner, On Monday is a smoothie. On Tuesday is dogs and mac. On Wednesday is spaghetti. On Thursday is a smoothie. On Friday is spaghetti, and then on Saturday is dogs and mac, and then on Saturday is spaghetti again. Um, this is because, as you know, it's hard to shop and cook for one person. So what I do is I bought some ground beef, which I will divide into 3 servings. That's why it appears 3 times for dinner. And then the smoothie appears a couple times, and then dogs and mac appears twice because whenever I buy 1 pack of hot dogs, that's 8 hot dogs. Every time I make dogs and mac, I use 4 hot dogs. So yeah, that's why the meals reappear. And honestly, I don't like whenever I look at it like this, it seems a bit less appealing. And I feel like it sounds kind of not appealing, but it is quite good. I really do like the dogs and mac and my smoothie recipe and spaghetti as well. I was gonna buy like regular spaghetti noodles, but I decided to buy. I think I bought rotini noodles because I was like, sure, let's mix up the shape of the pasta just for fun. Yeah, so that's I've got meals planned out for the week, which is cool. I've never done that before. And when I was doing this, I was like, this is surprisingly hard. Like, what do people eat for dinner? I don't know. Like I was thinking about like sometimes like whenever I'm like, what the heck do I eat? At all. Cause that's just like I don't like what to eat specifically. For some reason, has been a struggle for me. Cause I'm like, what do I eat? Whatever I want. What do I want to eat? I don't know. Like I remember at one point I was buying hot dogs from QT. If I was hungry and I was out and about and I needed some food, I would get 2 hot dogs from QT. And I was like, how can I make these at home? So, well, it's actually pretty easy. Buy some hot dogs, hot dog buns, and then just some sauces, and boom. And then, like, yeah. That's one thing I miss about living at my parents, is that I would just have, like, a random dinner served every day, and it was usually pretty good. But, yeah. So, I got meal planning. Shouldn't be that hard to stick to it, but it's kind of cool to be able to see it. Anyway, that's about all I did today. I haven't done my dailies yet. Again, I'm not tracking them. I really should be, but I'm not. I have not practiced an instrument. I do technically have time. Wait a minute. Today's Sunday? Wait, today's Sunday. Shoot. Wait, that means it's the final report. Yeah. God dang. Okay. Well, guess we gotta do the journal, huh? Yeah, because that's about all today's events. Worked out, gamed, groceryed. I got some nice chocolates from Aldi. They're kind of good. Yeah, I mean, that was everything I did today. I might need more water because I drank a hydration drink and I drank a sparkling ice off-brand. And I still haven't peed. So I'm like, I also had canned soup for dinner because I was like, heck yeah. Canned soup and a sparkling ice off-brand. Okay. I'm looking at the journal entries for Monday for this week. There's only one, and it's on Monday. After work today, I made chicken Caesar salad, played some games, and made another episode of Ravens Watch. And then the quote is the perfect crime, The Wither. That was way back at the start of today's report, where I talked about how on Monday I killed the Wither because I got impatient and then covered it up for fun. Yeah, because my coworkers have not been very proactive on that. Well, I guess that's the journal. Yeah, so I didn't journal much this week. I guess looking at the journal, hardly at all. Literally only an entry for Monday. Because it's just a grocery list. I've said this before. It's a grocery list of stuff I did. I did this and that and this and that. And it's like kind of boring. Because like that's what this is. I've said before, this is the real journal. You know what I'm saying? I turn this on, I talk to it, and that's that. Now, of course, I can write more private stuff in the journal, which is good and fun. Which I guess I should do that. But then that just kind of feels like work. Not really something I want to do. Like, at all. But yeah, so that was the journal. Goals. Yeah, so they're all on pause except for Guitar Catch-Up. As you know, because from earlier I talked about it in this episode, I am very, very close. I'm now at the 99% for the Guitar Catch-Up. Matter of fact, I'm going to make a couple new goals for next week. A couple? or just one? Let's go for a couple. Let's go for a few. Okay. New goals, because I remember I said I'm gonna do goals like one at a time. I'm gonna focus on them. That's cool and all. Now that this guitar catch-up is 99%, okay, it's gonna be 100% by next week. I guarantee. I'm now gonna make a few more goals. Simple goals, nothing crazy. Let's go for car. Car. I don't know why my brain said hospital. That is not the right word. You know what? Yeah, whatever. I don't know. I don't know if I want to do that one. Beep, beep, boop, beep. Okay. Therapy. Don't worry, we'll get there in a second. And I'm drawing, hold on. Not drawing, writing. Scholarship. Boom, 3 goals. Oh, wait, that one's got 2 sticky notes stuck to it. Crap. I'm also gonna mark the goals. Perfect. This one is 2. Okay, boom. This one is stuck. Okay. We're adding 3 goals for tomorrow, because they're, or for next week, because they're all really easy. Kind of. Therapy. So, I'm gonna be honest, a few of my closest friends have said I'm autistic. Is this true? Maybe, probably, definitely maybe. And they were like, therapy could be good for you. Is it needed? I don't think so. Would it benefit me? Probably, maybe. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to call my insurance and see if I can get therapy for free, to see if it's on the insurance. If not, we will not be getting therapy. Or if it's like, yeah, because it's like, again, I don't feel like I need it. So it's like, if I don't feel like I need it, why would I go there? And also, why would I pay for it? You know what I'm saying? So I will look into it. That's the goal for this, is look into it. And if it's affordable, or if it's free for through insurance, sure, let's give it a shot. I don't see what it could hurt, right? That's that goal. Car, as you guys know, back in February, I got in a car accident, and my car looks really ugly now. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna call the car place. I'm gonna say, hey, can you just take a look at it, see if there's anything that's threatening the car's lifetime? You know what I'm saying? Because I want to never buy another car again, if I'm being honest. And I have never wanted to ever, because anyone who has ever bought a car knows that it's the worst. It's the worst experience, one of the worst experiences that you can go through. Also, one thing I keep noticing is it looks like I'm like shifted to my right. It looks like I'm turned to my right and I'm talking to my right. I don't know if that's because of how the camera is positioned. Like if I scoot this way, it still looks like I'm looking to my right. And so what is happening? Because what if I scoot this way? I don't know. That's unrelated. Yeah, so that's the car goal. I'm going to have them take a look at my car, see if there's anything really wrong with it. And honestly, oh my gosh, this one was also stuck to another sticky note. Okay. So I'm going to have them take a look at it, and if there's anything that needs to be replaced, anything, like I said, that could shorten the car's lifespan, we're going to get that fixed. And if for some reason they say, oh, we can fix up all this, cosmetic damage, sure, why not? I got 2 bans from the insurance for the accident. So, I mean, might as well pay that, use that money from the insurance to get the car fixed, and have it look nice and pretty again. If I'm being honest, I don't care if they use parts that are the wrong color, as long as it, it looks like it's got all of its parts. I don't really mind. And then scholarship. Okay, so I know this is a big life decision that I'm making right now, but I think I'm gonna go to college, and I'm going to use the scholarship, the Hero Scholarship that I have through my mom's military benefits, to finish a degree, tuition free. And then with that combined with the FAFSA money, I should be pretty good financially while I'm in school. Now I think if I wanted to do that, I will have to live independently of my parents, like an apartment, or maybe live with my parents and pay rent, which I don't want to do. Because the whole point of living with your parents is that it's easier on you financially while you're in college, right? But with the FAFSA, the government money, if you pay rent, then you would get more aid because you're paying rent. Like I've currently got so much financial aid from that FAFSA because I'm living independently of my parents, paying rent and all. Um, but if I were to move back in with my parents and I were not paying rent, then I would probably get less money, I think. But like then again, if I go move in with my parents and I do pay rent, then maybe they'll give me more, or I don't know. It's a big complicated situation. And my life is currently in a state of unknown. But I'm thinking, yes, I want to go to college. I know that. I've known that. I have known that. I'm gonna do one of two things, or three things. I'm going to go for either just a general bachelor's degree. Like if I can major in general studies, I'll major in general studies and get a bachelor's in general studies, because I liked my associates of general studies. I'm also thinking about high school teacher again. I was with Noir. We were on our walk the other day, yesterday. Did I talk about that? Pretty sure I did, because I'm pretty sure I had an entry yesterday. Yeah, Saturday. And she was like, "Oh yeah, I can totally see you doing that. Like you'd be great at that." And I was like, "Yes, external validation. Thank you." Um, but yeah, so I could go for a high school teacher, and I would probably double major in PE and music. I don't really know how that works. I'll probably have to contact KU again. But the sooner I do that, the better. We're in June, so we've got all of June and July before classes start at the end of August. So the sooner I can make those Zoom calls, the better. I remember when I was doing it the first time, it was just Zoom call after Zoom call. Um, and I know I had to kept like missing work, which wasn't really a huge deal at the time. But also when I did try and rush KU, it was like in August, like it was like August 1st, and I was making phone calls and I was trying to apply and stuff, and it just didn't work out. And I know I had thought about high school teacher back then. I still think it would be really fun to be a high school biology teacher. It's just that it requires so much higher levels of math, and I think I should play to my strengths and not do that because I am bad at math. Also, I trimmed my beard. Can you guys tell? I thought it was getting a little long. I like it. I like how it looks now, nice and trimmed. Um, anyway, yeah. So I'm going. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna go to college this fall in the fall. Um, and that's what I want to do. And so I'm going to apply for that scholarship. Of course, if the scholarship doesn't go through, then I won't go to college because I cannot even. So like with the FAFSA money and the current money that I have, I can pay for one school year of tuition, which if you know, it's going to take at least 2 years of college to get that 4 year degree because I already have a 2 year degree. Um, so essentially, if I don't get that hero scholarship, there's pretty much no shot that I'm gonna go to college. So yeah, the goal for oh my gosh, the scholarship goal is apply for the scholarship, and then if I get accepted, then I think we're gonna go to KU. And then once we have gotten that far, because we got to go step by step. Once we've gotten the money secured, then we'll say, okay, do we want to go for a high school teacher or general studies? Is it possible? Like it's like, ideally, is it possible to do high school PE, high school music, and just a general studies? I don't know. Um, yeah. So that's we got some more goals, fairly small ones, but I'm glad to have some again. Um, oh man, my head's totally. I don't even know because I was thinking about that. Because like I mean, this is the overarching plot of my life that I'm talking about right now, like literally. Unfortunately, that means that go running off to the East Coast uh, would have to be kind of ruled out. Could be fun, could be cool, but it's just that it's like I can't. It's really harder to envision the future through that route. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like with here, it's like okay, once you go through college, then you're getting a job and you're using your degree and you're making money, right? You've kind of got yourself set up there. Versus if I go to the coast, it's like I'll have a job and I'll probably have a place to live, so I won't die. But it's like when I'm there, what do I do while I'm there? Because I'd probably have to live there for a couple of years before I could get qualified for in-state tuition, and even then, I probably couldn't even afford in-state tuition, even with my FAFSA money, because with in-state tuition in the state I'm in and FAFSA money, like I said, I can pay for 1 year, and you're gonna need to go to college for more than 1 year. Um, so like thinking ahead a little bit, I probably can't run away to the East Coast. Like, honestly, I kind of wanted to run away to the East Coast and then just get a job on, like, a fishing boat. I think that would be fun. But I don't know if it's that easy or simple. And also, it's like, that's not just something you can try. I'm not going to be like, oh, I'm going to go run away to the East Coast and try and get a fishing job. And if not, then I'll just come back. It's like, well, I guess you technically could do that. It would just take a lot of time and effort. Yeah, because I was like, what about, like, my stuff? How am I going to get all my stuff there? I think there's moving companies that can do that for you. But, like I said, it's a lot of time and effort for something feels like a whim, you know what I'm saying? Like a just kind of like impulsive kind of spur of the moment, like, oh sure, let's run away to the East Coast and then get a job on a fishing boat. Yeah, I think that's everything I wanted to say because we already went over the goals, which are all on pause, and then the guitar catch up is almost done, and then we got a few more easy ones on there. So those will be good. And then the journal is already done, and you guys have already seen the daily life stuff, so I don't think I need to really rehash any of that. So I think we're good. It's 10:44, so in terms of sleep, we're probably good. Man, I don't know. I just hate practicing electric guitar. I think it's because I'm bad at it. I think if I were good at it, it would be not so miserable. But yeah, even if I don't, okay, yeah, because it's probably, I don't know. Yeah, because I kind of wanna get enough sleep, or at least try, which means I have to go to bed soon, which means I can't practice for long. So I'll probably just practice what I have to, and then, but then again, it's like, okay. Well, I think that's everything. Thank you for watching, and I will see you all next week. Bye.